So what is the 9-step walk and turn test? So if you want to try this out at home, I will tell you the instructions in terms of how you're supposed to do it, and you can see if you can actually get it done. All right. So first is you're going to have to face the officer, and they will essentially ask you to stand in the heel to toe position. And they're going to ask you to stay in that heel to toe position until they finish giving you the instructions. Then the officer will tell you to walk essentially 9 steps when they tell you to start. Keep your arms down by your side and walk in a heel to toe fashion, meaning that your heel on one side has to click the front end of your shoe on the other side. So you're going to walk 9 steps, and on the 9th step, whatever step you end up with, that foot needs to be essentially planted in the ground. And you're supposed to take small little steps with your opposite foot, turn back around, and walk 9 steps backwards. So the question is, how do you know if you did well in the test? Well, there's not really any amount of clues that you were supposed to do to see how you're going to do and if you're under the influence of alcohol necessarily. It's a little subjective, but there are 8 clues that they're looking for. So while you do this test, see if any of these 8 clues come up. So the first 2 clues that they're looking for is during the instructional phase. They want to see if you start the test too early and is able to maintain the heel to toe position. The other 6 clues has to do with the test itself. They want to see if you stop walking. They want to see if you're walking in a straight line. Sometimes it's imaginary, sometimes it's real. To see if your arms essentially go above 6 inches, if you actually walk the correct number of steps, if you stop walking at any point, and if you take a correct turn, which is essentially what we talked about, was to put one foot on the ground and pivot around with your other foot. If you want to see if you can do this test, just nice and slowly go through these instructions and see if you can actually accomplish that, just even without drinking any alcohol. So there has been studies that have been shown, depending on a person's age, balance, and previous injuries, that can have a great effect in terms of if they're able to complete this test. It is somewhat subjective, and if you want to try out the 9-step walk and turn, those are the instructions that you need to go through. Good luck.